This is Taiwan Insider, a weekly news roundup brought to you by Radio Taiwan International. I'm Andrew Ryan.
And I'm Natalie So, and here's your Week in a Minute.
On Sunday, a rally for KMT presidential candidate Han Kuo-yu attracted several 100,000 supporters. But the rally also attracted controversy, with Han swearing during his remarks and his supporters booing during a speech by former President Ma Ying-jeou. The foreign minister of the Solomon Islands has met with President Tsai amid rumors that the country plans to sever ties with Taiwan and recognize China. Tsai said she hopes the Pacific nation will continue to support Taiwan. Taiwan beat the U.S. 2-1 on Sunday, winning the Under-18 Baseball World Cup for the first time in 9 years. The National Development Council says it will continue to loosen rules to attract foreign professionals. There's been much progress towards attracting skilled foreign workers since the council loosened regulations and added incentives last February. The city of Kaohsiung is improving the lives of senior citizens with smart living products made in Taiwan. These include a gas leak warning device, an earthquake-proof closet, and a walk-in bathtub. And that's your Week in a Minute.
Each week at the top of the show, we each come up with a word of the week that describes our program this week. Ready to, and welcome back, Andrew.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be back.
Welcome, and want to guess my word?
I do, absolutely.
Okay.
Friends? Family.
That's right! Good for you. You got it really quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andrew actually treated us like family today by making some homemade Mid-Autumn Festival dessert for me and Ellen Chu, the his co-host of the wonderful food program called Feast Meets West. And I chat with them about their award-winning program today. And also, a lot of people are having mooncakes with their family this week. So we share some fun facts about mooncakes and also share some interesting mooncakes that are for special members of the family.
Excellent. I like that word. Very appropriate for the Mid-Autumn Festival.
That's right.
All right, so I have a word here. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, have a look.
Return, reusable? Reunion.
That's
Aha.
right. So actually, it's something similar to yours.
That's right.
Yeah. So of course, the Mid-Autumn Festival is a time for family reunions. People gather together. And actually, you can keep your eyes open for round things at this holiday, particularly mooncakes, round tables. These are all symbols of family reunions.
That's true.
And also, this is my first week back after a little vacation, so it's a reunion for
that's
us too.
Right.
Absolutely.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And also today we want to ask you if you know where this is. Where could that be?
Beautiful.
That's actually also something special is happening in that photo, right? So the question is, where in Taiwan is that? We'll have the answer for you at the end of our show.
Happy Mid-Autumn Festival.
Happy Mid-Autumn Festival.
It's exciting, huh?
Yes.
So everyone's on a big holiday this weekend, and it is one of the biggest holidays of the year for the Chinese-speaking world, and even Vietnam.
That's right. So this festival actually takes place every year on the 15th day of the 8th month on the lunar calendar. Now this year it's landing on this Friday, which is September 13th.
Yes, a long weekend.
That's right. Do you have any big plans this weekend?
I'm going to Yangmingshan for a barbecue at a friend's home. Excited about that.
Excellent. That is probably the #1 most popular thing that people do on the Mid-Autumn Festival.
It's great to be out in the open where you can see the moon, right?
That's right. You're supposed to gaze at the moon, gaze at the stars, eat barbecue, eat pomelos, eat mooncakes. And today, I'm going to be telling you some very interesting facts about the Mid-Autumn Festival. In fact, 5 surprising facts for the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Okay, all under 1 minute, Andrew.
Yes, I hope so.
Are you ready?
I think so. Let's do it. First of all, it doesn't actually take place in the middle of autumn. In fact, this year it lands a full 10 days before the beginning of autumn. Now, this lunar event is also marked in the west. It's called the harvest moon because it rises before the sun sets, making it possible for farmers to work later into the evening. Now, although the focus is on the moon, the Chinese legend behind the festival begins with 10 suns in the sky. A heroic archer named Ho Yi shot down 9 of the suns to save his people. He was rewarded with an elixir of immortality, which he gave his wife Chang'e for safekeeping. But when someone tried to steal it, she drank it all down, flew up into the sky, and to this day she resides on the moon. Now, another legend has to do with mooncakes. It's said that the Han people launched a rebellion against the Mongols by concealing messages inside the mooncakes, ultimately overthrowing the Yuan dynasty. And finally, a popular tradition, barbecuing is actually a recent tradition which only dates back to a barbecue sauce commercial from the 1980s.
Perfect job.
Thanks, Natalie.
Very nice.
And that's today's Taiwan Explained. Now, recently, to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival, I made a sorbet out of a very popular holiday fruit called the pomelo, and I shared that with Natalie and with my co-host from Feast Meets West, the food program here at RTI. My co-host is, of course, Ellen Chu. Now, recently, Natalie sat down with Ellen and I, and she interviewed us, which is something that we don't often get to do, and we celebrated together a very special milestone for our program. Let's have a look.
I'm Natalie So, and I'm here with Andrew Ryan, my co-host of Taiwan Insider, who's also a multiple Golden Bell Award winner for TV and radio, and also Ellen Chu, who is a very famous TV show host here in Taiwan. She's hosted many of Taiwan's most famous programs, and they are here, Andrew and Ellen, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of their program at RTI, Feast Meets West, which covers the food scene in Taiwan. It's great to have you guys on the show.
Hey, Natalie.
Hey, Natalie. Oh, can we eat now?
Yeah, let's eat. This is ice cream, so we need to eat this quickly. But
Yes.
tell us about this, Andrew. I know this is part of your show. You like to make food.
Yes, so Feast Meets West, of course, we've been doing this for now 10 years.
10 years
I've
already,
been
right?
feeding
Amazing.
Ellen Chu for 10 years.
Exactly. You know, the most amazing thing recording this show is that I push him in the kitchen and I am the person who tastes every food, and I
Sounds
give him
like a
the
dream
thumbs
job.
up or the thumbs down, okay?
It's a very forward-thinking program. It's not the woman in the kitchen, it's the man in the kitchen. Yes, where he belongs.
So
Today-
tell us what we're eating today.
So this is a pomelo sorbet, and of course I use
Wow.
pomelo because
Right.
that's the Mid-Autumn Festival fruit that everybody enjoys eating.
Right
So go
here.
ahead and dig in before it melts.
Right. It's really refreshing,
It is so refreshing. It kind of tastes like grapefruit almost.
It does have a little
You
grapefruit
got
in
a
it.
key.
It has
from
grapefruit
this,
in there?
yeah. Right.
So I have pomelos in here, and then for a little bit of color and a little bit
Right.
of tang, I put some grapefruit because they're good friends. Also a little bit of Campari and a little bit of vermouth and some
Wait.
sugar.
You're so professional.
So do you know which ingredient is the one that make the sorbet have the texture of a sorbet and not an ice block?
No, I don't.
Tick tock, tick
How does it
tock.
work?
Okay. Actually, I found the answer today. You know, it's like Andrew told me it is the corn syrup, right?
That is
or
correct.
the sugar syrup.
Oh, and
Yes.
how is this made?
So basically, you mix all the ingredients together, and you need either a sugar syrup or corn syrup, as Ellen said, to give it the texture. And then once you've mixed everything together, you put it in an ice cream maker, and basically it freezes it and whips it at the same time to give it the consistency.
Sounds so
You
good.
see why I push him into the kitchen? Because he's such
I
an
see
amazing,
him working
you know,
so hard on
chef.
this show all the time.
Right.
So you guys have been working together for 18 years.
18
I mean,
years.
10 years
Yes.
on the show and 8 years on Groove
Groove
Zone, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about a little bit about your own working relationship. What was your first impression of each other?
Okay, let me say it first, okay?
I know you guys get along great.
I'm really
I can
afraid
tell.
what
You,
gonna
you
say.
want me to be honest and blunt?
Of course, why
You
not?
wouldn't be angry at me,
No,
okay?
never.
You wouldn't say, Ellen, you're off
Never.
my friend list, okay? Okay, the first day I worked with him, you know, he was all prepared because he was producing and also he was doing all the information and also writing out the script. So, you know, when I read it, I'm just like, you know, I don't really want to follow the script word by word. And then he was like, oh, Ellen, you know,
insulted?
you have to really, really read this, okay? You have to say, you know, with an expression on the next line. I'm just like, can
I
I just
wasn't that
toss
bad.
it?
I
Can
wasn't
I
that
just
bad.
toss it? So, you know, my first impression of working with him on day one was he's a little bit anal. He is too stiff, okay? And he plays by the rule too much.
And the reason why she's laughing is because she thinks exactly the same thing.
Oh, give me a high five right there. So you two, right, Natalie?
Yeah, we
And
co-host
you know, he's
together.
also like, what is that? What is that sound in my headset right now? I'm like, nothing, just let it go, okay?
It's called perfectionism. I have to make sure everything is perfect.
You know, perfectionism and anal is just a lie.
One line.
Fine.
Well, I have to say, if I can talk about you, my first impression of you.
Go ahead.
All over the place. I mean, it's like the total polar opposite. It's like the odd couple.
Yes.
I'm like the very fastidious one, and she's like, I see your script, and I'm going to toss it.
Or I just say, I didn't receive the email.
She's like, you sent me the rundowns, but I didn't get them. What
Yeah,
happened
we
to
don't
them?
need it, okay?
Yeah.
And then he has been trained to work without a script. See? Aren't you more happier? Say it. Tell everyone you're happier.
I'm much happier.
And you know, after
You trained
you're
him well.
trained with the spontaneous and let go with the script, you want the golden bell, right?
And after, I gave her a little bit of structure, then she won the golden bell.
What structure?
To find out more about Andrew and Ellen's adventures with food, check out the full interview on Facebook and YouTube. You can also check out Feast Meets West on RTI's website. And Ellen also joins us for a special holiday edition of Taiwan by Number. That's up next. Every week on Taiwan by Number, we introduce a facet of Taiwan via a number, and it's great to have with us Ellen Chu today, along with Andrew Wright,
Yay.
of course.
Yay.
And,
Quiz time.
They are hosts of a wonderful food show called Feast Meets West. So we're going to ask them some questions about mooncakes, which is the big thing that people eat during the Moon Festival this weekend. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this mooncake.
Okay.
So this is a traditional Hong Kong Cantonese style mooncake with the 2 egg yolks. Okay. And there are all kinds of new versions of mooncakes, but this is the traditional one. How many calories is in one of those mooncakes?
Oh. Do you guys really want to know?
We don't want to know.
Because
take a wild guess.
It has to be more than a donut. Donut is about 1,000 calories. Okay.
You're
Don't? Are you
kidding me.
sure?
No.
No.
Yes, my
Wow.
chem
Depends on the
teacher.
donut.
My chem teacher used to do this experiment and show us that it's like 1,000
not that
calories.
much.
The
Serious?
sugar coated, sprinkle one.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So
I-
be
Terrible.
careful.
Don't think it's going to be that much.
I think
I think it
so.
depends on
I
the
think
donut.
it's going to be about 400 calories.
I would
That's
say
your guess?
750.
You say
All right.
750?
750.
All right, 2 good guesses here, and
Okay.
let's take a look at the answer. 800.
Yay! Trust me, the master.
Wow.
I'm the master taster.
Wow.
Okay? I can calculate out the calories.
I'll let you eat that. I'm not going to eat that one.
All right.
Okay, so mooncakes, classical mooncakes, there are different types from different
Right.
parts of the world, like from Hong Kong and different parts of China and Taiwan. Now, how many types of skin, pea, are associated with the traditional types in Taiwan?
Traditional types in Taiwan.
We're not talking about the
pea?
new ones like
No, it's-
Starbucks and
So
that
not the
kind of stuff.
mochi
Okay,
ones.
not the
No,
mochi
not the new
ones.
ones. I'm talking about
No
the
skin.
traditional ones associated with Taiwan. They're called Tai Si.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many kinds of skins?
I
I'm
would
going to say
You can
2.
say 2.
I would say 4.
Okay, let's take a look at this picture. 2. Andrew is right this time.
So what are the
See?
2?
Those ones in the picture
Oh,
are
okay.
the 2. Like the
Okay.
flaky
Okay.
kind. And the other kind is very similar to the Cantonese kind, but I think a little bit thinner.
Okay, thinner and it's less dry, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it seems a little healthier. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Health, okay.
Okay, now did you know that mooncakes were used politically in history?
Uh-huh.
And even recently in Hong Kong, there's a bakery that came out with political slogans against
Right.
the extradition bill, having to do with protests. We'll see a picture in a moment of those, the really cute ones.
Wow.
I mean, very powerful political ones.
Right.
But in they're cute too.
That as well.
Okay, but in history, in the Yuan Dynasty, the Han people, they wanted to overturn the dynasty, which
think
was
they
headed
put
by
notes,
Mongols.
right?
Yeah, they put
Yeah, the
notes
notes in there.
in them. And in the notes, they said, kill the Mongols on which day?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
On which day? So it must be around the Mid-Autumn Festival.
It's
I'm going
full
to say it's got to be on. Are we looking for a month and a day?
Just the date is fine.
Just
The
the
day?
date.
The
And
15th.
lunar calendar?
Uh-huh.
The 15th.
15.
You're right.
Yay!
You guys are good at this. Of course, you're foodies, right? Food
Yeah.
experts.
Foodies, yeah. Ask us.
So it's been great to have Andrew and Ellen on Taiwan by Number today. Thanks for coming, Ellen.
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Really enjoy this.
Great, and let's have some mooncakes, huh?
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right, and that is our Taiwan by Number for this week.
Now, speaking of mooncakes, every year you'll find some innovative ones for sale. Let's take a look now at some new ones for special groups of people.
These Jello mooncakes are perfect for the elderly who have trouble biting solid food. Mr. Lee enjoyed his and says it melts in your mouth. Traditional mooncakes are harder to bite into and can stick to your teeth. Kaohsiung Xiaogang Hospital made the Jello mooncakes with freshly made dragon fruit juice. They mixed in rice, sugar, and gelatin and poured the mix into molds to create these refreshing Jello mooncakes. A nutritionist created the Jello mooncakes, while this new mooncake has a Southeast Asian touch. Kaohsiung's Vietnamese Association Director Chen Huan Chong says the seeds are sesame seeds. The unique mooncake also has sausage, chicken, nuts, and Southeast Asian spices. Chen said she was yearning for these flavors, so she bought the ingredients and made her own mooncake. She also made a banana-flavored one using banana oil. She says it may remind Taiwanese of the flavor of banana popsicles. It looks like these creative mooncakes can help more and more people feel at home during the Mid-Autumn Festival. Many Southeast Asians have really made Taiwan their home. Some of them are even using their day off to do something special for Taiwan. Let's take a look.
The weekend is a great time to escape to the beach and relax. However, there's one group of people at the beach who are still hard at work. They're crouched over in crevices picking up trash. Who are they? They're a group of migrant workers from Indonesia who are selflessly dedicating their weekends to clean Taiwan's beaches. This unassuming lady here is Maya. She founded the Universal Volunteer Group on Facebook 2 years ago, and the group has slowly expanded. The group fills dozens of garbage bags worth of plastic bottles in a day, and even a little rain won't stop them. Some are saying these immigrants love Taiwan more than Taiwanese people. Can you blame them? Another group of immigrants in Taichung also dedicate their time to cleaning Lüchuan Canal. No one can deny that these immigrant workers are making Taiwan a better place.
This week on Hashtag Taiwan, RTI social media guru Leslie Liao tells us what's trending in Taiwan.
Hey guys, good to have you back, Andrew.
Nice to be back. It was great to
right.
have you in the anchor seat, though.
Oh, it was all right. We're glad to have you back. I'm sure everybody else is as well.
So what do you have for us this week, Leslie?
All right, well, this week you guys have been talking about Mid-Autumn Festival, right? And then you got me thinking about the usual. We already talked about barbecues, pomelos, mooncakes. I want to look into something that's a little more unusual, things that are creative. And I took to the internet to find some good stuff. Okay. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Check this out. Look at this flavor of mooncake that went viral on the internet.
Whoa.
Oreo mooncakes.
What?
Have surfaced in Vietnam and Thailand. Now, Taiwanese people, they love Oreos. They love mooncakes. So as you can imagine, the internet in Taiwan went buck wild.
Wow.
And I mean buck wild.
I love this.
Well, Natalie, just for you, people have started importing the mooncake, and they've been selling it on social media platforms, whether it be Facebook or like Shopee or stuff like that. You can find them online, and they come in 4 flavors, all right? Chocolate brownie, chocolate milk, chocolate cappuccino, and strawberry.
Whoa.
Cappuccino. I'd like some cappuccino.
Sounds good, right?
I would probably eat a couple of those in one sitting.
All right, at this point, the viewers are probably saying one of 2 things. They're either saying, I want some of that mooncake, or they're saying, you know what, Leslie, shut up about the mooncake. I'm all numbered out about mooncake. Will you stop it with the mooncake? Well, to them, I want to say, how about a pomelo?
Okay.
All right? Now, pomelos, they're generally big old citrus fruits. They got that thick skin, and you have to kind of peel into it to get to the pulp, and it's kind of troublesome sometimes. Well, I found an alternative that might not be so troublesome.
Oh.
Get a load of pomelo pastry.
What?
A flaky,
So cute.
pomelo-shaped pastry filled with dried pomelo, bean paste, and milk. The outside is matcha powder, so you got that green color. And they say the flaky pastry is made from imported butter, so I guess it just adds to that fluffiness that you'll get. Now, if pomelo is not your thing, I'm a big barbecue guy for the Mid-Autumn Festival. But the thing is, when it's all hot out there and you got the meat sweats, what do you like to cool down with?
The meat sweats.
You don't say the meat sweats?
Yeah.
Nice cold drink.
A nice cold drink. I prefer watermelon. But here's another thing. How about some watermelon bread? All right? So the watermelon bread here, they come in 2 flavors. One's red and one's yellow. And if you didn't know, in Taiwan, we also have yellow watermelon.
Yes.
Now, the red watermelon bread is made from red yeast. red rice yeast, which is very
Okay.
healthy, and the yellow is made from ginger and turmeric. So it's not it's not just fragrant, it's also very, very healthy. And how about them apples? No. How about them watermelons? All right, you guys. Last one, and I'm going to play a little game with Andrew and Natalie. Guys, can you guess and tell me what you think these are right here?
Why they look like
Mochi?
mooncakes.
mooncakes?
They look like they're like what they're called snow something. Snow skins?
Snow skin? You're actually looking at hand soap.
Hand soap.
Hand soap.
serious? They're not edible. They look so
Mooncake
good. I
shaped
wanna eat one.
hand soap, and they're
my gosh.
they're available online. And yeah, they just look edible. I was like, wow, that looks. If I didn't know
That
better
is
and was like 10 years
amazing.
younger, I'd probably just pop one right of those in my mouth.
Oh, I don't know. You have to be 10 years younger. I probably popped it in my mouth anyway.
Yeah, they look pretty good, huh? Anyway, those are just some of the creative and innovative ideas that people have been coming out with Moon Festival. And if you're interested, like I said, it's just a search away on the internet.
Well, thank you very much, Leslie. And that's it for hashtag Taiwan. Do follow us on social media and do leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you.
And finally today, we're in Taiwan. Now at the top of our show, we showed you a photograph and asked you if you knew what and where it was. Let's have one more look at that photograph.
This is actually the first time Taiwan has had such a site. Where in Taiwan is this? Let's have a look at the answer.
Last Friday, a large fleet of 158 fishing boats took off from the Nanfangao Harbor in Yilan County in northern Taiwan. The fishermen brought their own Mazu statues and lit up firecrackers to show their devotion and respect to the goddess of the sea. According to folk legends, Mazu is the goddess who keeps the fishermen safe when they're out at sea. Each year, Mazu worshippers join in a large procession where they walk around the island alongside the statue of Mazu. That's how they show their devotion to the deity and pray for her protection. For the first time, hundreds of local fishermen got together to sail in the sea, joining the large number of pilgrims on land to show respect to Mazu. The special event was held for 3 days and attracted over 80,000 pilgrims.
We hope you enjoyed this inside look at Taiwan this week. Be sure to follow us on social media.
Yes, and leave a comment below. We would love to hear from you. For Taiwan Insider, I am Natalie So.
And I'm Andrew Ryan. Happy
Mid-Autumn
Mid-Autumn Festival.